Everyone, it's Anne from Annalise's Creations. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here to do my Journal 52, Week 9. I'm trying to play catch up after doing the 29-day face challenge last month. It's just been crazy, crazy, crazy. And I'm taking some online art classes too. I'm taking some Juliet Crane, boy, I can't speak again, classes on the internet, wonderful internet. And so it's kind of gotten me a little bit behind. But anyways, this week's prompt for Journal 52 is, the main prompt is something that you really hate or despise, like a pet peeve or something. And I didn't really want to go along kind of like a negativity part to me. So I'm going to do the positive one, which is the alternate prompt, which is something that you really, really love. And if you've followed me, you know, for some time now, and you've watched some of my past videos, you will know that I love Paris. I love the city of Paris, and I've been there. I have been very fortunate in my lifetime to have visited the city twice, and I've never spent a whole lot of time like I would like to. I got to see some areas of Paris, but I haven't really spent a good amount of time in the city, and I would love to. It's such a cultural city, and it's so artistic and beautiful and romantic, and I just have been really wanting to go. So my prompt is going to be something to do with Paris, all right? Because I do love it, and it's one of my favorite places to go, and I do enjoy it a lot. You know, I would love to go and spend, you know, like a week or two there. My husband said maybe when he retires, maybe. Well, I got to keep working on him, don't you think? So anyhow, I found this really pretty napkin that I want to incorporate somehow in my prompt, okay? But I'm going to first start with some Deli paper that I Deli printed. I'm going to use some of that for my background today. So I've got this Gelli printed paper, or Deli jelly printed paper. Try to say that several times, right? It's a tongue twister. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to I think I might just use the whole piece, or I might just cut it out. Actually, I'm going to cut out what I got here. So I'm just kind of, you know, I have kind of an idea of what I want to do, but it's not really fully, you know, figured out yet. So you'll have to just kind of play along. Go for the ride. Go for my art journey ride. All right? So enjoy my process. It's not a napkin. I think it's tissue paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the middle like this, kind of. So yeah. So wish me luck on this part, because I'm not using my usual DecoupAge napkin. I'm using the matte medium from DecoupAge, from DecoArt, their matte medium one, and it's a little bit thicker than the napkin. I ran out, so it's kind of on order. So yeah, because that's become my favorite medium, because it tends to stick things down really well and not budge up so badly. So I'm hoping that I can get this down fairly flat. I'm hoping. And it sort of did work this time. Yay. Okay. And it might get a little wrinkled, and I don't mind the wrinkly part because I kind of like that texture. A little bit of that texture on it. Oh, I did too hard on that area. Oh well. It's okay. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. I'm not worried. I just gotta go really light here. That's happened to me before, and I just got to learn to just be really patient and go slow with this. Because, yeah, okay, so I'm just going to try to get some of this back a little bit. I'm going to come in with my Bubblegum Pink, and I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of it around the edges here and just add some color, cover up that white, the white areas of my page. I'm going to come in and cover that area that I sort of messed up on, and I'm not too worried because I'm going to go around some of the edges of this too, because I'm not going to have everything showing, I think. I'm going to have this going, so yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. There's sometimes ways of covering up your learning experiences. I don't call them mistakes, I call them learning experiences, because you do learn, right? Hopefully, that you won't do it again. Alright, and now I'm going to come in, and I have this Eiffel Tower that I die cut out using my Sizzix Big Shot. It's a Tim Holtz die cut, and so I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put this. And then I also have I cut this out of my drop paper, okay, that I always like to use, and I have this one here. But before I put the bike down and that, I wanted to make some marks and things around the edges as well. So I have this DecoArt, it's called Personally Yours, Between the Lines, and it comes with several stencils. It comes with alphabet stencil, okay, and they're giant because they're really meant for like big signs and things, but I like these stencils it came with. And these stencils, yeah, so you could use them in different areas, and that's what I kind of like about this. Now I think I can cut these apart. I'm going to go around and make some marks around it here, okay? But I'm going to use, I think I want to use my Deco Media Misters. Okay, these are sprays, but they're permanent, so they don't move around. And the reason why I'm putting a piece of paper over here is because I don't want to get this area with the spray, so I'm putting some paper down. Wipe off the excess on this other side of my folder for something else later on. Alright, let's see how that worked out. That worked out good. And I'm going to do this part right here. So this time I got to push this up forward, because if I spray there, I get on the carpet. That's not good. Someday I will have a room, a art room that doesn't have a carpet in it. Not a good idea, huh? Okay, so I'm just kind of getting rid of the excess. Alright, and then I'm going to lift this up, and it kind of blocked out my Paris, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that too much. So now I'm going to dry this off with my heat gun, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so I've made my marks, and I made some marks using the DecoArt's Traditions Artist Acrylic Paint, and I'm going to dry it off, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I've decided to add more marks on this. And I'm not minding that I'm covering some of it up, the background up, because I'm kind of trying to tone it down just a little bit. And I want to add marks and things. Alright, so now I'm going to use some neon thermal green and the Americana neons. cobalt turquoise hue in the DecoArt's Fluid Acrylics, the media line. With some ultramarine blue. Pen you're probably wondering I'm using, it's by American Crafts, called Galaxy Marker. Paint like ink for dark or light paper, it says. Archival permanent opaque ink, acid free. It's white, and I got it at Target for $1.50. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, okay, let me see if this will work. And it is, it's working really well. So I'll have to, I bought 2 of them, so I'm glad I bought a second one as a backup. Alright, so what I'm going to do, because I covered up all the Parises down at the below, okay, it shows a little bit through, but I'd like to have at least one of them show through better, so I'm going to take this napkin apart, and it's really tissue, you know, Kleenex. And I'm going to take it and I want to put the Paris down at the bottom, so I'm going to cut this out. Alright, so now I'm going to take my, where did I put my bike? I don't know. Where did it go? I hate when I misplace things. Here it is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and outline the Eiffel Tower in this white marker. Alright. This down a little bit. I'm going to take put a very light coat of gesso on, but I got to make sure my brush is good and wet before I apply the gesso, because I want it to be thinned out. I'm not worried right right now that it looks really thick at the moment because I'm going to come back in. I'm going to take a diaper wipe actually and wipe off. Take a baby wipe and wipe off diaper wipe. Baby wipe sounds better, don't you think? To wipe off the excess. Still shows through, the design does, but it's not as bright. So it'll help for the this Eiffel Tower to pop a little more on the paper. So now I'm going to come in with some of the matte medium I've been using from DecoArt Decou-page. It's the matte one. I'm going to take a bike, and I'm going to put the bike right about here, maybe, right about there. I'm going to outline the bike in a black Posca pen. So now I'm going to put this on. I think I'm going to put it right about here instead. Maybe about here. Yeah, I think I like it there. All right. Pen. It's a Postilla pen that I got at Daiso, Japan. And I'm just going to add some dots in areas. Just add some more stuff to this. Alright, so I'm going to come in with the purple Posca pen. This one's got like glitter on it, which is really cool. So I'm going to add some of this. It's like they're metallic or they're glitter kind. It's not really showing up much, but I'm going to add some other colors here so I'm not too worried. Now I'm using a Montana paint pen. Alright, so now I've got these hearts that I punched out using my using my Sizzix die cut. I cut them out. These were from some of my drop papers. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on in different areas. Okay. switch to a glue stick. It's easier to get these down. Especially with this sticky glue. It's really sticky. It's the Scotch wrinkle-free glue stick. It is very, very sticky and I like it. It's just that it gets kind of caught in things, so yeah. Okay. Alright. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this this Journal 52 week 9, and mine is what I love, not my pet peeve or what I hate or dislike or whatever. I prefer to do the second prompt. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, toodles!